Happy October, everyone. Halloween is less than a month away. And I wanted to do a video because this channel focuses on not only mental health and autism advocacy, but also alternative subcultures, specifically goth and punk. And I wanted to do a video about goth style for bigger guys. There's a major lack of videos on YouTube about that. A lot of the goth influencers out there are relatively small. And so those of us who are larger guys, for whatever reason, don't really feel as confident in or unable to find clothes that are made for smaller goths. And that's not to say that goth is a style or anything like that. Goth is absolutely a music-based subculture, but style is incorporated into that. Style is a huge part of it. You know, going back to this late 70s, early 80s with trad goth, it wasn't all black and dark like it is now. It was very much inspired by new wave. And it actually, trad goth eventually kind of evolved into grunge almost, as much as it did goth of today. Because there was so much going into the goth stylization, you see many people from the time with multicolored hair, not just black, blue jeans, patchwork jeans, ripped jeans. Yeah, there was black incorporated into it with makeup and Egyptian inspired makeup and stuff, but it wasn't the vampire-esque style that it is now. Me personally, I've always felt more confident in black. Now, that isn't to say that I only wear black. Most of the time, I will wear a black shirt with blue jeans. And that's I think it has to do with the sensory processing of the way my autism is. Black jeans just feel so much different to me. Even though they're made out of the same material as blue jeans, it's just the dye that's different. They feel thicker. They feel yeah, it's just, they're kind of hotter, for one. For two, they don't break in as easily. You know, with blue jeans, you break them in, they fit very comfortably, looser, a little bit thinner. With black jeans, they don't really do that as well. They don't really thin out. They rip, but they don't really thin out and kind of get broken in. I don't know, they feel very off to me. I'll wear them. I like the idea of black jeans. And I like the way I look in black jeans, but they aren't as comfortable for me. So you will often see me in a pair of blue jeans with a black shirt. So I wanted to do this video to inspire guys who are on the bigger side, like me, to show them that they don't have to try to dress like the goths they see on social media, because they're not going to fit into the same style of clothing that a lot of these goth influencers do. You know, goth comes in all sizes. It's not very narrow. And it's very upsetting because most places, most stores, most thrift stores even, only sell smaller size clothing up to an extra large, maybe if you're lucky 2XL. I personally, I can fit comfortably in a 3XL. This is a 3XL shirt, and it's pretty comfortable, but it's also thin. I'm not going to get overheated in it. That's another thing. My body temperature, because of my sensory perceptions, I can only wear certain types of clothing. Otherwise, I'm going to feel very uncomfortable. I'm going to get very hot, feel very constricted. I don't like tight clothing at all. Unless it's in my sleeves, and then I like tight sleeves. But like, I cannot handle anything pressed up against my throat. My collars will usually be stretched out because I cannot handle anything riding up on my throat. So I do tend to go on the larger size for clothes. I will generally wear between a 4XL and a 5XL just because I like the extra room. And while yes, the larger clothing does make me look much bigger than I actually am, it's the most comfortable for me. And so yeah, what you're going to see here is a week of outfits that I've worn. We're going to start with Sunday. It's a lounging day. And then we'll go all the way through. The final pictures are from a photo shoot I did with my wife on Saturday, because I had to have a picture of myself taken to go along with my capstone presentation for school. And so we went out to the woods and did a photo shoot. I had a couple changes of clothing that I took with me and changed into. And so that's what you're going to see. Some of these are more grungier style trad goth. Some of these are more corporate goth. Others are more just basic goth. And like I said, you don't have to be the smallest guy to dress in a vampiresque or goth style. You don't even have to wear all black. As you'll see in these pictures, I incorporated a lot of different things into my look. So I hope you enjoy. And I hope this provides you with a little bit more confidence. I know being larger guys, we can at times lack confidence, especially when we are unable to dress in the style that we would like. That when we're unable to dress in the style that we see online that we would like to be able to dress in. I know for me personally, I would love to be able to dress in a lot of these different styles on a regular basis, but unfortunately I'm unable to. And yeah, this is, a lot of these are, I work currently 3 days a week at my job in person, and then I work remotely one day. So on Mondays, I work remotely. Today is Monday. I'm working from home today. And then you'll kind of see how I dress at home compared to how I dress at work. Fridays are casual day. We're able to dress down a little bit. So you'll kind of see that as well. So I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so as you can see in this one, I'm wearing my black harem pants with a black Superman t-shirt. This is the electric Superman t-shirt, not the new the Superman from the new movie, as well as my World Industries Havoc shoes. Harem pants are the most comfortable pants I have ever worn in my life. And this is generally my loungewear whenever I'm at home. As you can see here, this is a purple flannel shirt I got from Temu. I like Oxford collars, so I added some uh, rivets, some spike studs to the collar to hold it down. Um, and then this is my Monday wardrobe. As you can see, I'm wearing my Frankenstein shirt with the flannel over it, my tie-dye bandana, blue jeans, and about to put on my Havoc shoes. I do have a number of pair of Havoc shoes that I switch out just because they're so damn comfortable. And then my Egyptian style beanie. As you can see, it's got a lot of pyramids on there, a lot of different Egyptian style symbolism. And yeah, this is a more casual type look for my Mondays of when I work from home. Uh, Got my chain wallet there. And yes, it is Ghostbusters. I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. Um, and yeah, then you can see my bracelets there. I'll show you how I go through the putting my bracelets on. Those are my white Havoc shoes. And as you can see, this is Tuesday, and I'm wearing my Munsters t-shirt, blue jeans, and then my Oh Look Sky Kittens t-shirt with blue jeans, and also a undershirt that I cut up just because I like that look. I really like that. I have some straps around it just to keep the sleeves up, uh, mid mid forearm. As you can see, I'm also wearing a few of my necklaces. I've got an Ankh, and then a Norse Raven, and a Yin uh, from the Yin Yang. So that Ankh, it's actually got the eyes of Horus and Ra as well as a scarab incorporated into it. And I went ahead and added a bandana, just because I don't like my neck showing a lot, especially when my shirt is stretched out. Um, while I don't like things close to my throat, I can handle loose fitting stuff around my throat. And this is Wednesday. This is my first day back at the office, wearing an oversized black dress shirt with a black long sleeve undershirt. Um, black cargo pants. These are actually the only um, black pants other than my harem pants that actually feel comfortable for me. And as you can see, I put two spike studs in my collar on that too, because previously I had some safety pins holding the collar down. Um, so yeah, now I'll take you through my routine of putting on my bracelets. I go through the same routine every day. Some days I will wear different bracelets on my left wrist, while my right wrist pretty much maintains the same bracelets every day. Uh, so here we have my black leather band. I used to have two of these that I got about 20 years ago. I ended up passing them along to my oldest child. Um, and I started to miss them, so I bought a new one off of Amazon, and I I really like it. I'll wear it occasionally. Um, However, this is the wrist that usually I wear my watch on, so I don't really get to wear it too often. And since I have big forearms, um, not a lot of things feel fit comfortably on my wrists and forearms. I can't really wear a lot of those silicone bracelets like you see, and if I do, they have to be very thin and stretchy. Um, Otherwise, they're just too tight for my forearms. And I will put on those silicone bracelets in the same order every time. The green one is a Hope bracelet I got from the Pride Festival a few weeks ago, along with that LGBT bracelet. Then I have these bracelets in my office at work that I pass out to clients and coworkers for free. I don't charge anything for them. And this is another bracelet that I got at the Pride Festival. My company had a table there. So this bracelet actually started out as a necklace, and I decided I would just start using it as a bracelet. I really like loose fitting beaded bracelets. I made them myself. All these beaded bracelets I actually made myself. So this was another one that started out as a necklace, and I decided to change it into a bracelet and just yeah. So, yeah, I first put on the teal bracelets and then the white ones. Then that'll follow with the black and red one, and then a more solid black one, and then a smaller black and red one. And they go on over my silicone bracelets. The silicone bracelets help when the beaded bracelets move around. Um, to kind of keep the wrist covered up. And they show through the beaded bracelets especially when they move around. But also the silicone helps to keep the beaded bracelets more in place, more secured, so that they're not constantly falling down onto my hand. And I generally wear my bracelets every single day. I feel naked if I go out of the house without them. And so this is one of my work outfits. First day back to the office, I believe. No, this is Thursday. So I decided to dress up a little bit. I started putting on my rings. Um, and these rings, they go on the exact same fingers every time as I'm putting them on now. But ultimately, I decided to take them off before I went to the office just because um, they looked they look like too much for an office setting. But generally, I don't wear them all the time. Just when that's my wedding band there. I don't wear it all the time. My wife doesn't even wear her wedding band all the time. Um, just because I lost it at one point, um, shortly after we got married. And turns out, right before we moved, I found it had fallen somehow in the freezer. So I just don't wear it too often. Uh, but yeah, whenever, but yeah, I will generally wear them when I feel like I need stimming. I will clink them together on my fingers as a way to stim. And here you'll see I'm putting on a pin, and I ultimately decide not to wear it just because it doesn't look quite right on my tie. It's basically a social meter to let you know if you have the social skills to deal with people that day and how stimulated you are, whether it be overstimulated or understimulated. So I recommend one of those for other neurodivergence. But yeah, I decided not to wear it. And this is my casual Friday dress attire. You see, I'm wearing the purple flannel again, along with black jeans and a black genie shirt from Aladdin. I got this off of Temu, along with my World Industries Chaos shoes, the black pair. And when I put shoes on, because of my sensory issues, I have to pull the toes of my socks out and then fold it up over my foot. Otherwise, it used to be when I was younger, the seam, I couldn't handle the seam of the sock and it would annoy me. I was able to work myself through that by the time I got to junior high and high school. But then in recent years, because I do have gout, it started happening again. But not because of the seam, but because it felt like the sock was too tight against my toes. So again, I have to pull the sock out. I'm probably going to need to start getting um, larger socks because I found I do have to constantly adjust my socks throughout the day. Um, and so that's why it takes me so long to get my shoes on because I have to take care of my whole sensory issues with my socks. And here I'm taking you through my process of putting my earrings in. It does take me a while because for whatever reasons, I struggle with one or two of the piercing holes. I've had these done since last year, had my wife do them for me. I had all these piercings done previously, but when my daughter was born, I took out all my piercings because I didn't want her grabbing a hold of them and tearing my earlobes, and they healed over. And so I had my wife re-pierce my ears last year and, or earlier this year, actually, I believe. And yeah, a couple of them just, they still scab over for whatever reason. And so it's a struggle trying to, I can get studs in pretty well. Um, but then when it comes to hoops, I struggle. They don't want to go in all the way. Um, so that's why you'll see me sometimes with using a stud to clear the hole in my ear and then putting the hoops in. And of course, my morning ritual before work, I will watch an episode of Sailor Moon. Um, I started out with the Deke dub series. I got it on DVD from eBay. And then I got the other English dub of seasons 3 and 4 on Fandango. That used to be, um, uh, I forget what it used, Voodoo, I guess it was. Um, and so generally watch an episode of Sailor Moon, and then I'll watch an episode of Power Rangers. I recently, I say recently, but it's been almost a year now, started back at the very first season of Power Rangers, and I'm working my way through all the seasons I didn't watch as a kid because I had grown out of it at the time. I was in high school or it was after high school, so I didn't really keep up with it. And so now I'm going back and watching the seasons that I had watched previously, but also the seasons that I missed. And so I'm working my way through all of them. Currently, I am on Wild Force. So, yeah, this is the one that I generally struggle with, I believe. Yeah. No, it was the one before that that I generally struggle with, that I usually have to use my a stud to get it through. And then these are pretty easy. They generally go through the first time. I used to have an industrial in one of my ears and then an orbital in another ear. But again, because I took all my earrings out and let the holes close up, I don't have those anymore. I've thought about eventually getting them again, but I think I've got enough holes in my left ear now. Um, there's maybe space for one or two more, um, but I don't know. It does make it a little bit difficult to sleep whenever I have my piercings in, so I generally take them out before I go to bed. Um, and when they're fresh piercings, I don't get very much sleep those nights until I'm able to take it out. So, and here we go, going back through the routine of my bracelets again. Generally, in the mornings, this is about a half hour ritual for me of putting my earrings in, putting my bracelets on, getting my shoes on. Uh, it's a whole ordeal uh, that just takes a lot of time. And as I said previously, all the bracelets go on in the exact same order. Um, again, it's part of my ritual. Um, it's not really an OCD thing. I mean, maybe it kind of is. Um, it's just more in relation to the ritual connected with my own personal autism. As you see, I'm pulling the silicone bracelets down off my forearm just because they're so tight against my forearms. I really do try to find bigger sizes of the silicone bracelets, um, but generally they don't make them for larger people. Um, and so I try to stretch them out as much as I can, but the silicone bracelets don't really stretch out as well as if they were rubber, they would probably stretch out a lot better, a lot easier. But yeah. And then today, with it being Friday, uh, I am going to be wearing my watch instead of my black leather band, and so I'm putting on a couple of other bracelets to go along with it. They are matching brown leather bracelets that kind of match the band of the watch. And as you'll see, I generally tuck those strings in underneath this watch band as well as the band of the other bracelet to keep it from flopping around so much. And I have to say, since I got that purple flannel, it has become one of my favorite shirts to wear. It is so comfortable. It's lightweight. I did have to make some modifications to it because it came from Temu. So you're not going to get the best quality of stuff from there. So it only had like one button per sleeve. And so I had to add a stitch higher up to keep from having such wide um, sleeve rolls when I roll my sleeves up. So this is one of the pictures from the photo shoot. As you can see, I'm in all black, black cargo pants, black long sleeve shirt with my Ankh necklace. And then same outfit, just adding the purple flannel to it. Here we have another shirt I got off of Temu, black and white. It looks it looks cool. It's made out of a dry fit fabric, so I liked it. And then yeah, same shirt from same outfit from previously, all black. Um, and yeah, I'm not sure. I'm kind of wanting to go with this one for my capstone presentation.